yes man around you, bro.
No, but see, here's the thing. You know how a lot of girls be talking about something. I mean, that's my intuition, yo. I knew something was going on with that dude anyway. Like, I'm like,
Nah,
but
but
these, but I'm like,
this
you
is the
fucking
thing.
these.
There's two pools of bitches for sure. Like, bro,
Uh,
some of these bitches be loving that shit Drake be doing. That
mm-hmm.
sussy ass shit he be doing, like, oh my god, I love it. Oh, like that shit they can sing along with. That's the type of shit music that Drake makes. That's why bitches be loving him because he makes songs that
They be like,
generally like shit that
ow.
a bitch would say, right? But he make it kind of like it's not tough at all. He just make it like okay to say type thing. Like there were times where niggas was like, "Yo, this nigga Drake kind of say soft, right?" Like I didn't like him at first. I really didn't like Drake, bro, because I was all into the hardcore battle rap trap shit. You know what I'm saying? Mostly just battle rap shit. Because I listen to all types of shit. I don't listen to just trap music and all that bullshit. Like I'll listen to some fucking conscious shit too. Like fucking Roots is one of my favorite fucking rap bands ever. They get like I listen to all types of shit. But
Who?
that said, like this nigga was just soft. Even for the shit, like everybody thought Kanye was soft. Drake was like, hell no, nah, nigga, I'm the softest out here, nigga. Like this nigga like was sussy as hell.
That
Kanye
motherfucker was
came
like,
out with the
that
pink polos.
motherfucker
This
was
nigga Drake
like,
like, I gotta do better than that, nigga.
that
Like
motherfucker was like,
we seen
move,
these
yo.
bitches.
I'm Charmin. I couldn't stand it, yo.
You remember that first Drake album, bro? Like
hmm
this nigga was
Every
like,
yo, he
I was like,
always had
bro,
that
this
intro
nigga
though.
gay.
He
I was
always had
like,
the
bro, this
intro. He'd be like,
nigga. Stop. I
I
can't talk like that
love
no more.
that it.
Yo,
Oh.
man. But bro, even that shit grew on me. I was like, dog, if you listen to something enough, bro, that shit'll brainwash you, bro. I found something to like about that nigga music, bro. I was like, I went from hating this nigga like, yo, what the fuck is this soft shit y'all niggas listening
No,
to
I forced
fucking bumping
myself.
this
I
nigga
was like,
music
yo,
like,
I
oh, that
will
shit kind
not.
of hard.
I was like, I will never.
You know what it took for me to like Drake though? Cause Drake, on top of all the shit I just said, Drake can actually rap, and he actually has a good flow, and
I
he's
heard,
fucking intelligent too. This
I
nigga,
heard that
I've
he
heard like
had
his
like an
battle rap
underground.
style shit.
I
Yeah, it's
heard
like his
that he had
underground.
a. I heard that he had a what do you call it?
The-
A ghostwriter.
I heard that too, but it's
So
like
it's hard for me to
it.
say.
Yeah, but like
And
anybody can make a
and,
rumor. I don't got no
and
proof
since
of that shit.
since I don't like him, it means it's true.
Oh, okay, I hear you. Hey, there's that. He could have a ghostwriter. I will never know the truth, dog. I heard this nigga Pusha T said
they
that shit, but the
they said
fucking
Lauren
industry
Hill.
was like, nah, nigga, that's just nigga that nigga they don't give a fuck whether Drake wrote his shit or not. Like rap has changed, bro.
Yeah,
Like
well
back in the day,
we
that was a
talked about
fucking
that
no
shit
no.
before. We talked about that shit too. Like they be like, yeah, I did it. They be like, oh, but I like the way you did it though.
That's just funny, dog. Cause this shit, he not like the way you did it. This shit come full circle, dog. This shit, we talk about casuals again. Like nigga, rap used to be something totally different, bro. But I'm gonna sound like an old man talking about how shit used to be, bro. That's how I sound like when I talk about fighting games, like, oh man, you remember you used to have skill, you did back in my day. You know what I'm saying? We was doing one frame links, two frame links, three one frame links in one combo, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, I wasn't good at it, but I did that shit once or twice, dog. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Shit.
that's
That's how
that's what
niggas
I'm
be sounding,
saying,
bro.
man.
That,
It's
it is what it is,
difficult.
dog. The only thing I can do is look out for my interests, dog. At the end of the day, dog. And whether that's listening to music or what it is, dog, I'm looking out for me, dog, because ain't nobody else gonna care about what I care about like me, dog. So it's like that's why I'll be like, look, nigga, I understand what's going on and why they doing shit, but that shit don't mean nothing to me, dog. I get it, but that shit does not fulfill my interest. Because they fighting games have gone on a long time, and they make money, right? But they want more. So that's the thing. These niggas been making money. The amount of money they want to make, the budgets aren't necessarily going up for most fighting games. Some of these fighting games, the budget it has gotten better for them. That Guilty Gear Strive, you would say, all right, this game had a bigger budget than Exert. But I would argue with you and say that hell nah, Exert probably took way more money to make than this game.
I could tell, like fucking. Wait, say it again. Throw that back.
Or no, that's a bad comparison. Like, all right, so what I'm saying is like those sprite games that used to make it back in the day, those games cost way too much. That's why they stopped making them like that. That's why they look for another alternative. They make a 3D model characters now instead of the what you call it. And it wasn't because they thought it looked better. It was because it was cheaper to make. They don't want to make those those extensive ass characters. They don't want to make anything that's gonna be extensive for them. They want to make development easier. And they talked about that shit before those games were releasing. Like, man, those sprites they cost a lot of money to make, and that's why KOF don't make they don't make the game style like how they made KOF. They did that for one game. Well, it was two games. That art style for two games, and then they let it go. They just threw everything away just because of the development costs. That's why we got the shitty ass KOF 14 on Unreal Engine that these niggas did not know how to utilize. That game looked shitty. That's the worst looking KOF ever, bro. Have you seen KOF 14, bro?
No, I remember you told me about it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hold on for a minute.
I'm in here like Josh got me fucked up.
What?
I'm over here practicing Happy Chaos and shit. You know, fucked up, bro.
No, I got tired of it, man. Just up the
You probably
hypocrisy.
half the reason I stopped playing this character. Your ass used to cry when I picked this nigga, dog. You like, man, this nigga, the fuck is this dumb shit? Your ass is going in, nigga.
Well,
you
I
was not a
got
happy camper
well,
when I picked this character, dog. He's like, oh, this fucking nigga. Pick
I
this
got
nigga
better.
Nago.
I got better. Again, you can't say
You did get
I got
better.
better.
That's one thing I will say, though. You keep at the game and you learn in the game.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. I wish
that's
more
one thing
people
I
were
will give
like
you.
that. People do
I
not
wish
do
as
that.
well, bro. I fucking hate that. You know what I'm saying?
All you need to do is give like a really easy linear training, not
Hmm.
the training go in 5 different directions. Just a linear training.
Yeah.
You know what I
The
mean?
fact that they allow people to pick and choose. I think that's
Yeah,
probably
that's the most
something they need
detrimental
to
thing.
avoid.
I
They
don't
should
think
have
they.
had something like, look, you can't move on until you learn this shit, like it or not, nigga. But I think
Yeah.
they put that there for just in case, like people who don't need this shit can go
Then
on and
don't.
learn advanced shit.
Then
But
again,
yeah,
it should be easy for people that don't need it. Just go through it.
yeah, you're right.
Yo, I just sent you
But
something. Yo, check your
but no, you
DM.
can't like we said, you can't satisfy everybody. Cause people would definitely complain that, hey, why can't I choose? I just want to practice this one thing. Why the fuck you making me go
Oh,
through
well,
this shit?
you so good. Just turn on fucking practice mode and keep it moving. You so good.
So good.
Yo, check your DM.
Pause. Hey, it's on Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, I was thinking about you when you when I see this. Yo,
Hey.
you
Fucking
see what
oh shit. That that's how Africa looked when Kim took a bath
yo, did you hear what
the
she
other
said?
night. Dog, she was fucking mad as shit at
Yo,
Kim.
did you hear what she said?
Oh no, she said. She said what? I did it. I did it. I'm the best man. I did it. I did it. Oh my god, fucking cat stuff.
She put her whole body in that shit. Her whole body and
She
soul.
trying to get to some fish or what? What the fuck was she
Oh
thinking?
no,
Or she's probably trying to get on top of it.
she made a
What?
mistake. That's what she did.
What's up? No, no, baby, I'm good. All right.
She's thinking about it. I did it.
I did it. I'm the best man. I
whatever,
did
whatever you try to do, you did it.
it.
She's thinking about it. I did it.
Damn, boy, people really be loving Anthem, bro. I ain't think
And that would have had a good
you post
following,
Anthem
yo.
shit, niggas be like, damn.
because people were like, "Yo, it could have been great."
This
Yo,
guy
my
asked me what game. Wow, Anthem, bro. I probably should put
yo.
this in.
So I went over my sister's house, right?
Hmm.
And she told me the other day, she was like, I know you. She was like, I know you're sick. You can still come over if you wanted to. So I came over to the house, right?
Hmm.
She was like, "Oh, are you sick, man? I'm not trying to get sick." I was like, "All right." Then you
Yo,
just
what
told
the
me to go.
fuck?
I know, but I did say that. But I mean, if you was sick, then why'd you come? I think you fucking told me to.
Wow,
I said
bro.
I'm going home. You don't have to. No, I'm going home. Don't worry
That's the
about it.
same shit you said before I fucking came. Fucking, oh, you sick, but you can still come over, you know. You know what I'm saying? The fuck, bro. That just, bro. Let me stop before I get in trouble, dog. I'm about to say some shit about to get me in trouble, dog.
Hmm. You know how
You
it
know what
is.
I'm gonna say. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. You know how it is.
Hmm.
This nigga kid said you really keep an anthem alive. And these anthems supposed to be going live, bro. Motherfuckers be loving that shit, bro. You post anthem, you getting 10 likes at least, nigga. I think this shit gonna get 19 likes, nigga. Like, damn, wow, interesting. But
Yeah,
that shit really do look good.
I'm not trying to come at you and shit like that when it comes to the game. I mean, your favorite pastime was like again. I like shooters,
Hmm.
but what happens with shooters is that they literally they don't. It's a lot of aim assist, man. That's just annoying.
Yup, that's that shit,
I'm
dog.
like, they keep doing
And
aim
it
assist,
wasn't always
man.
like that for shooters. I remember that, like, aim assist is like something that got tacked on later on because they wanted shit to be easier for people. They wanted the experience to be a certain way. It's just the woes, dog. It's the woes, bro. I hate it, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna keep kicking and screaming till they kick me out of this bitch, bro. Cause that's what's gonna happen, dog. Eventually, I'm gonna stop playing fighting games because I see where this shit headed at, bro. It just sucks. But I think things normalize itself. I don't think I'm gonna be alive for it though. I think eventually this shit, fighting games, are gonna become stale, and it's gonna be a couple of any developers that's making games that niggas like me like, and that's what the games I'm gonna be playing. Some of these
I
indie
think what's
developers
going to
they making
happen.
like, what's up?
I think eventually, what's old is what's new again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's going to have. You know what I mean? The same potency. Like they doing R&B music. You know what I mean? That we already heard, and they're trying to
Right,
sample that shit. And the best thing that we got is nostalgia. You know what I mean? We be like, oh yeah, I remember when that shit. You know what I mean?
right,
But
right.
I do think that what's old will become new again eventually.
Oh shit. Yo, whoever was on that Need for Speed account probably got fired, bro.
Why?
Have you been keeping tabs on this shit?
No.
The Need for Speed account, like this motherfucker is super unprofessional, but it been funny as hell. Like he been talking shit back to people. Like when people say smart comments, they ask, it's like, oh yeah, it's probably because you did this, or like he been just the unprofessional shit, like shit that a corporate company wouldn't allow an employee to say
Did you see
because they
what
got to keep
Tampax?
appearances.
Did you see what Tampax said?
Nah, what Tempex is?
Oh no! They was like, yo, you're in her DMs, but we are in her.
Happy Thanksgiving.
They were like, we're on a different level. Yo, well, happy Thanksgiving, man. I
You're
would.
in her DMs, but we're on a different level.
No, 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 no. I said it because he
Oh,
popped
okay,
up.
okay, all right. So everything together. My bad.
He
Hmm.
said, you are in her DMs, but we are in her. We are on a different level.
We're on a different level. Oh my god.
No, did you miss what? Did you hear what I said?
He said we're in her DM. You're in her DMs, but we're in her. We're on a different
Yeah,
level.
yeah.
Basically saying that they got one up on the nigga. That's just weird. That's kind of
Tampax,
remind me of that shit with that
Tampax.
bitch. Why the hell would they do something like
I
that, bro?
don't
That's
know.
retarded.
I looked and double checked. I was like, this can't be the fucking official
That's not
account.
Frosky
Ain't
or
no
that
fucking.
bitch Frosky. That's like some Frosky shit. Talking about she wanted to
No, this was the
drink her
court.
blood
This
from both ends.
no. This. Oh Lord have mercy.
You remember
This
that
she
shit?
insane. Yeah, yeah.
Nasty
No,
bitch. I think they hired her, bro. That's what it is, bro. They
This
hired
was
Frost.
this was fucking this was a fucking Tampax corporation. What does that
Wow.
even mean? Like I was
Yeah,
like, yo, this is
that got approved
official.
by marketing. Like they have a marketing team and all
I
that, all
screen
other shit.
everybody screenshotted it, yo.
That's crazy. Like,
I was
and
like,
this is
ain't
what I'm
no
talking about,
fucking
right?
way.
This is what I'm talking about, right? The Need for Speed account was doing. This has been going on for 2 months now, with the Need for Speed account talking out of character. Like they trying to be cool and edgy, and what they've been doing is they've been upsetting a lot of people. I don't care because I think it's funny. But other people have been like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with this guy? You so unprofessional." They literally get in arguments with people instead of being above it. They being petty and getting in arguments with people online. I'm like, bro, this is EA. Like, what the fuck is this Need for Speed account doing? And I guess they trying to fit the mood of the game because this is gonna be like street racing again. They getting back to what Underground was and stuff. It's gonna be street racing, so they trying to be edgy as fuck. But it's like, yo, they
Yo,
kind of go overboard with it.
yo,
And
jumping out of
I wish I could.
character, trying to
I
be
wish
a
I could fucking show you
gangster.
some of this shit, bro. Like this, and they literally just got a post with EA apologizing.
You know what that is, right? They was like, you jumping out of character, trying to be a gangster, but you really a bitch ass nigga, ain't ya? You never heard that song? Keep
Nah, I never
talking,
heard
I'ma
that shit.
let the 40 spray paint ya.
What the fuck is that? 50?
It was
Shoot.
I think it was Lloyd Banks. He had a song called Jumping Out of Character. You jumping out of character, trying to be a gangster. But you really a bitch ass nigga, ain't ya? Keep talking, I'ma let the 40 spray paint ya. Call him a winkster, winkster.
Man, it sucks we got work tomorrow. You got work tomorrow, bro?
Hell yeah, I got work tomorrow, man.
Man,
That shit ugly.
trash. Ugly.
I said that shit in my chat, yo. I was like, man, I'm sick. This is ugly. Yeah, I know, man. Yo, so did I tell you about that shit? Yo, Chris Rice was on that dumbass shit.
No,
Dumbass,
man.
bum ass shit, yo, talking about some Pokemon did 10 million and he congratulating them. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, he
So
doing extra
good.
shit, dog. He be doing shit just to antagonize PlayStation niggas, dog. I've
Yeah.
been seeing that shit. Yeah. Once I see what niggas' agenda is, dog, like I don't care about it no more, dog. I'm like, oh, that's your agenda. That's what you pushing.
And then he looking around talking about something. I never said that. You just looking in it too deep.
I like PlayStation.
That's my first platform. That's how they fucking sound to me, man.
Did they nerf this nigga focus meter? The fuck?
We in the chat. What's this?
I was talking to all day.
Oh, okay.
He texted me in the other chat. Like, what's good?
I don't know if I want to fight this nigga. Keep talking. I'ma let the 40 spray paint ya. Everyone
Dog,
knows
it
you're
sounded
weak,
kind of sound familiar, but
I think I
knowing
played
you,
it to you
you probably
before.
saying it wrong. And I'm like, man, that ain't how you sing it. I know this was gonna
I
happen, dog. But I heard that shit. That ain't how you see it.
There we go. Hold on. Nope.
That's my shit right here. Yeah, jumping out of character, trying to be a gangster. But you really a bitch ass nigga, ain't you? Keep talking, I'ma let the 40
Oh, I never heard that before. Oh, that's from a mixtape.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's definitely from one of the mixtapes. DJ Green Lantern, I bet. That used to
I
be
used to like. I used to love that shit.
G-Unit.
Everyone knows you're a winkster, winkster. These fucking plow horns, man, they gotta go. She said, "What's up,
Get out of the
Legion?"
way, baby. Thank you. This shit feel dirty that I got work tomorrow. Feel dirty. I just woke up. I've been tired the whole week. I've been working overtime every fucking day since fucking Friday, bro. Going in early, leaving late every day.
Yeah, yo, they got on my nerves, man, at work. There was some dumbass shit, man. The manager didn't want to take the fucking call, man. I'm like, bro, you don't want to take the fucking call, yo. She asking for a fucking supervisor, dude. Take the fucking call. I mean, why you need me to take the call? Because you a fucking supervisor. Do what you're told.
I think it said do what you're told. This is horrible. No, these niggas, they don't take calls at all in my department. Some niggas they gonna call them back in 4 days, and then them niggas don't call them.
Nope, they be like, fuck that shit, yo.
They be like, they'll rather lose the customer. They don't give a fuck, bro. I just gotta deal with that shit. I gotta eat every fucking request. I was like, oh, you want to speak to a supervisor? I said, somebody gonna call you back in 4 days. And them customers be pissed out. They be pissed. Like, nobody else like, look, man, I'm the best thing you're gonna get to a supervisor.
But I'm the best, man. I did it.
I make any decision I can. They can't push nothing forward except for like a couple of things here and there. But they literally told me when I got the job, they're like, look, nigga, you can try to forward this shit over to us. They're gonna have to wait to speak to us. But as far as like decision making, you got the same power we got. I was like, wow, bro, this is trash. This just sucks, dog. Cause like when I be trying to have questions and shit, I can't call nobody or nothing. I hate that shit, bro.
Are you getting better? You feel like you're getting better at it?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely getting better at it. I still need to set my game up on the CBMs. I ain't selling CBMs because I'm not really practicing it or like looking into it but it's some shit I've been reading wrong on the placemat they gave us, all the deals and shit too. Like it's certain things I just didn't understand, but it's just because I guess it's the environment we in. It's hard to get questions answered sometimes. I really gotta take advantage of when I got the those meetings with the supervisor. I need to ask him every little thing I had questions on. I need to start writing down my questions. When they be asking me, you got any questions? I'm like, nope, I'm good. Well, see you next week, Lawrence.
Because they don't be wanting to answer no questions.
It's that, plus I don't be writing down my questions. I'll have questions and I'll forget about the shits. Because the situation over. I gotta stop doing that. Because I had a burning question that's been going on for like a month now. It was a deal on like the list of deals that we have. It was a deal, and I'm like, okay, I can't use this deal unless I get a CBM, a mobile attached to it. So I'm like, that sucks, man. Like our rates aren't competitive. Only it's situational competitive. You know what I'm saying? But in fact, it was just me. And like when I fucking, it was just me not understanding what the rate was. But then when I brought it to the attention of my supervisor, like, hey man, I've been meaning to ask you guys some questions about this shit. This deal right here, like this is like, cause I pretty much thought that it is what it is, but I needed confirmation. I can't use this deal unless I get a CBM with it, right? He was like, nah, you can use that. It's just basically stating that they can get this extra amount off if they get the mobile. I was like, oh fuck me, bro. I was like, man, these rates are actually fucking good. You guys just didn't explain the necessity for it, like what they need to do to qualify for it. You didn't really explain it that well in the placemat, the little list that we use. It makes it seem like you need this in order to get that price, but in fact, it's just like that's an extra amount off.
Okay,
like, yeah, I need to talk to. He was like, yeah, I need to talk to them about that. That's actually a good question. I was like, wow, bro. So if this nigga had a problem with it, I could see why I was having problems with it. But it was my fault. I didn't ask nobody. For sure.
So basically, do you need the CM to get the deal, or no?
No, you don't. You don't need it. You can get the deal. Getting the CBM only sweetens the deal.
By how?
I've been using that shit to save accounts left and right. It's an additional $20 off for the duration of the contract. For the business internet bill.
Okay, so you do kind of need it then.
3 year or 2 year. Huh?
So you do kind of need the deal.
You don't need it. So all right, so
to get a better deal, right?
Yeah, so you could pay $90 plus whatever things that's tacked onto it, or your ass could get one line with us and you pay the same thing with an additional $20 off. So the deal is already good at $90 based off of our other rates, right? So they be like, damn, oh that's good. But then what you do is once you lock them into that till, hey, blah blah blah, you talk them up, blah blah. If you thought those savers are good, I can actually get you an additional $20 off, blah blah blah. And that shit, I've been getting way better responses with the knowledge of this offer for some of those customers that are like really fucking like they're really like they're thinking about their financials like that is the real like financial centric like they really worried about the cost. That's like their major deal is getting the bill down.
I was telling
They've been really
customers,
interested in that shit.
so basically you can get a deal, right? The deal just gets better
Yeah,
if you get
exactly.
mobile. It's a deeper discount.
Yep, it's just a stackable discount. That's all it is. And I had a burning question about that for like a month. And instead of me remembering to ask somebody about it, I was like, yeah, it just is what it is. I can't give them this deal. Because that's the way it looks like. The way that they wrote it, that's what it looks like. And he was like, oh, I got to talk to somebody about that because that does look, I can see why you would think that. I was like, wow, bro. It's my fault, though. I should have been asking somebody about it. Ooh, that's a nice block stream.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I took one of my days off or whatever the case is. I'm gonna fuck his ass up.
Get shit popping.
Cause I'm off on Thursdays anyway.
Hmm?
So I could take, instead of getting paid double time and a half, I could take that and just have an off day for the next week. So
Nice.
next Wednesday I have off. Good. But anyway, yeah, Chris Righteous is on that bullshit, on that dog ass, bull ass shit.
And man, love him some bad performance games, right? He be eating that shit up.
That motherfucker see
So good.
that motherfucker
Became
see
so
the best.
successful.
No, he just like fucking what's her name? He just like fucking
No,
Freya.
baby. What you said, Josh?
He just like Freya. Have a
He said
fucked up,
Freya.
yeah, have a fucked up son, yo. Think there ain't nothing wrong with it. My
Facts.
boy, my boy.
You killed my boy.
Bitch, you gonna kill you? I don't care. I'm like, yo, you liking them a little bit too much, and he gonna try to post some videos
That's what we be trying to sound like, bro.
like it looks
Nintendo
so
trying to
good.
cuck you, bro. Say no, my Nintendo, they so good. How dare you talk about them?
Nigga, open up his ass cheeks for that fucking company. And for
Nah, he
what,
don't see
man?
it though, bro. Like I be seeing it, bro. Like, look, he be trying every time somebody got something to say about Nintendo, he always bring up the other things and what the other people doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
you
about
guys be
them? We ain't talking about them.
y'all be pussy popping for them. That's like, okay, if that's the case, if they pussy popping for them, right? You admitting that you doing the same thing they doing, but you just don't you just basically passing shade. That's all you doing, bro. But you still in the wrong. I know what they mean because I never had that conversation with him. But he be saying that the people that be shilling for PlayStation, he say that they be doing the same thing he be doing. He's
So
like, but you
why?
guys be doing this and you be doing that, and y'all be saying that I'm doing this, but y'all be doing the same shit. I'm like, bro, that means y'all
They
both in the
don't change
wrong.
the argument, yo. The
Exactly,
fuck?
dog. I was like, bro,
So
you cucking, nigga. Stop cucking for these niggas, man. That don't make you right because somebody else doing it. I hate when people do that shit. Oh, but this person doing that. Like, nigga, that don't make it mean okay for you to do it because somebody else fucking up. You want to be
it
a
was
fuck up just like them?
and what's crazy, right? Is that we're not just talking about performance, man. Like Pokemon could be so much more, yo. That shit could be an MMO, yo.
The oh my god, bro. The whole fucking idea behind the game is just amazing. And for me, I've been waiting for since a kid, since the original Pokemon. I always was wondering, like, bro, what a 3D Pokemon would be like. They still haven't captured that, bro. They've
Nope.
made attempts recently in the past few years, but they still haven't been good. Like, I don't know if it's
Mm-mm.
the platform. The platform got something to do with it, but it's just these niggas don't have the
You know,
will to do it.
you can have a cute, cutesy ass fucking open world game.
We could have been had one. I'm talking about like since Nintendo 64, we could have had a 3D version of Pokemon. They just never went there.
GameCube, yes.
Yeah, no, even the Nintendo 64. You remember Zelda? Like, come on.
Yeah, but
And
it
they
wasn't
had
that
the
much.
Pokemon Snap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were other games, bro.
They weren't
All those
able to
64 games.
they weren't able to
It didn't
do
have to be
what we
graphically
want.
intensive, dog. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
but
saying?
N64 wasn't able to do like large environments with a whole bunch of shit going on in them, like a whole bunch of Pokemons. I mean, I guess they could have engineered it to a degree,
Look, they
but I
could have
think
made it and made it have limitations. Like, basically just a 3D Pokemon that looked like shit. Yeah, babe.
who's that Pokemon? It's bitch.
Bitch.
Bitch. Batch.
Bro, oh my god, I just had a bad memory come back for no reason, bro.
What?
I remember me and my brother literally got into a fist fight because I don't know what happened. I think I got too hyped for Pokemon episode.
I could believe him.
It probably was me. I got hyped. I was like, oh, this shit fire. I think they had a new season of Pokemon. And the silhouette came up, and it was a fucking Pidgeot or a Pidgeotto. One of them shits. And my brother was like, yo, that's not that. I was like, nigga, I bet you that's that. I bet you. I don't know what the fuck happened, but this nigga wanted to fight me. I was like, come on, nigga, I've been wanting to kick your ass for a long time. Cause like, up until then, I used to let this nigga win every fight. I don't know why the fuck we got in a fight, bro. But we started, this nigga wanted to knock my block off. I might have hit him or some shit, like playing around, and he got pissed off. I don't remember. But the nigga wanted to fight me, so he ran at me. This nigga ran at me like a fucking bull. I took him. I did like some undulation, like on some Vegas shit, like a bullfighter. I threw his ass into a lamp. Boom! He fell hard. He broke the table. I was like, I told your fucking ass I'm gonna stop playing around you. You be, cause this nigga literally, look, I could have beat my brother ass the whole time. This nigga be fighting me like I'm some random nigga on the street, bro. I'm like, well, who's this little nigga trying to kill me, bro? I mean, this nigga would turn into a demon at times. I'm like, bro, this nigga trying to knock my block off. I remember one time he punched me in the stomach so hard I lost all the wind in my stomach. I was like, oh my god, this nigga trying to kill me. I was like, damn, he like overcompensating or something. Like, this nigga literally trying to kill me. I was like, oh my god, this nigga. I said, okay, all right, next time we fight, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up because he think he nice. That's what I had to knock that nigga down a couple notches. This little nigga really think he nice out here. So I don't know. That's crazy though. We literally got in an argument over Pokemon, and I don't remember who the fucking silhouette was. I think I was right, but
Nigga.
My dad came home. He was so pissed at me. He's like, "That's your brother." I was like, "God, I was like, Dad, you don't know what this nigga be doing, man." He ain't that much younger than me. He only 2 years younger than me. That motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He's stocky ass motherfucker, bro. That's your brother, nigga. Like, god damn, man, this little nigga, he annoying, man.
My fucking cousin was on some bullshit. I think I told you about that shit. We got into a big argument about my sister.
Your little cousin, your younger cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about him.
Motherfucker was like, yo, you just a pussy. I said, you know what? I let you get the first shot. I'll let you get the first shot, yo, and I'll fold you the fucking half. That was when that nigga got disowned. That was it for him, yo. I was like, nigga, I changed your fucking diapers, yo. I didn't have to do all that.
Yeah.
But his mom let him get away with every fucking thing, man.
That nigga said you just a pussy. Damn.
Yeah, I was telling him about his fucking aunt.
You ain't want to believe it.
And his aunt fucked him up though in terms of like not vocal, in terms of like the verbal argument, yo. She was acting all nice to him and shit like that. She was like, oh my god, you going to college and everything? So they got into an argument. You know how a woman can be. She was like, that's why you a fucking college dropout. I was like, damn. Why? I was like, why she go ham like that?
Damn, she was mad at that nigga like that?
Yeah, they get vicious in my family.
Try to make it hurt.
Mm-hmm. They get vicious in my fucking family.
Damn.
I was like, yo, you can't play nice in this fucking shit, yo. Tell that bitch she a whore. Lie about it or something. Like, damn, I saw my uncle cheating on you. He said he found some white pussy. That shit would hurt. I would never go that far though. Like ever. Like not even close. There ain't no need for me to do that. But I was like, yo, you sitting there taking up for her, yo. Look what she said, yo. He was like, I don't really give a fuck about what she said. That's why you know what I mean? At least I'm not a pussy. You sound like a pussy worried about what she said. I was saying, yo, cause he's like 24, yo.
Oh wow, this is like happened when he was like an adult and shit.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, yo, take the first hit, yo. Swing at me. I know your bitch ass can't hurt me anyway. I said, but I want self-defense. So when I fold your ass, I ain't gonna go to jail for it. I want you to take the first hit. So I can say I fucking I had no choice. I was on that shit, man.
Damn. You don't care no more.
Nope.
So,
No, that was the last time. That was the last time I actually like really. But you used to be cool and everything like that. You ever have people in your life where they were on that shit where they like they think they're so important. They be like, yo, I ain't gonna pick up the phone because they always depending on me and shit like that. Like actually, I can't even say you felt that way. But basically, in his case, right, I would hit him up, like similar to how I hit you up on PSN or whatever the case is, yo. And eventually, and it's because of his mom too. Eventually, right, he would get to this thing where he was like, I'm not gonna pick up the phone because he's too reliant. He keep calling me, you know what I mean? If I pick up the phone, he gonna have to rely on somebody else. Like there was no real logical reason for it, you know what I mean? But that's how he felt. So I'd be talking to him, all of a sudden he won't pick up the phone. And then when he feels like he reset everything, then he'll hit me up again. So, oh, I was asleep or whatever the case is. Some stupid shit. This is family and shit.
mm-hmm.
So I just got tired of him acting that way. I was like, yo, you act like you so important. You know what I mean? You so important that like I need you for something. I'm like, nigga, you need me. You don't like ask to go to my house or shit like that. I don't need you. I don't know, man.
I recently got in a big argument with my sister, man. She was on some fuck shit, bro. She got some fucking issues in her past, and she always bring that shit up when we talk to. She always called me drunk and high or some shit.
But why the jugular? You know what I mean? For what?
I don't know, dog. She fucking came at me like
that's a chick thing, man. Just letting you know.
She called me like she did like this is like some shit that been going on for a long time. Like she called Kim talking shit to Kim when she drunk. You know what I'm saying? So that shit like wedged. You know what I'm saying? Like a bad relationship between my wife and my sister type shit, and me trying to be the mediator the whole fucking time. So it came to a point where she does this shit to all my family members. It ain't just a situation with me. But I always stuck by her because she's my sister and shit. So she fucking crossed the line with me one day. I was like, you know what? I said, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I called her a bitch and all this other shit. I was like, oh my God, bro. Like all this shit I've been holding back. I'm like, yo, you need to get some fucking help. Blah, 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 blah. Like whatever it is. So she like helped me out in the past. And I'm the type of person that I don't like asking for help. I don't give a fuck. I literally will sit there on my failure because I fucked up. And I'll punish myself like that so I don't get in that situation again, whatever the hell it is, right? This one particular time, I was in school and I was struggling for money. I was in college and I was going to work and I was going to college at the same time. I had a car note, I had a lot of shit going on, and I was like, "Yo, sis, blah blah blah, can I borrow some bread?" This literally was 10 years ago, nigga.
Mid-20s was rough, man. The mid-20s was rough,
bro. Tell me about it, bro. Nigga,
I don't know what it was about that, but go on.
This was a lifetime ago, nigga. 10 years ago, right? I didn't remember this shit until after I gave her back the money after we had this argument. And I was like, I don't remember this shit. But whatever happened, right? She let me borrow some bread. I tried to give the bread back to her. I didn't remember this until afterwards. I tried to give the bread back to her, right? And she told me, don't worry about it. Blah, blah, blah. If I needed, I'll ask you for it. This is 10 years ago, nigga. I did not remember that shit, bro. She was like, you owe me money and... I was like, something happened, right, where she was saying she can't trust her family. She was drunk. She was in that drunk shit where she called me and
Mm-hmm.
she talking about how she can't trust her family and blah blah blah. I'm like, what you mean? Listen, I'm family. You can't trust me. You feel like you can't trust me? She's
Yeah,
like,
you
oh
feel like you're
well,
taking that
when you
fucking
do
personal.
something.
Like, wait a minute.
I was like, what the fuck you mean? And she's like, oh, when you do something for somebody, blah blah blah. I'm like, hold up. And I heard this shit recently. When I went to the hospital and I got sick, she brought the shit up briefly, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna look into that, whatever. But I thought she was just drunk or some shit. But she brought it up again. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, hold up, how much money I owe you? I said, let me give you this fucking money so you get the fuck out of my life. I'm tired of your shit. I said, you always do. I said, I don't know if you're drunk or something, but I don't give a fuck what your excuse is. She's like, oh, I'm sober. I said, oh, you sober? I said, okay,
I
that
was like,
makes this
oh,
a lot easier
bet,
for me.
bet.
I said, bet. I said, you sober. I said, okay. I said, how much money I owe you? I said, okay, cool. All right, I bet. I gave her that shit that next morning, nigga. I didn't even wait. I just waited. I just wanted to see, what I'm saying, what the fuck was in my account. I gave her that money that
And
next fucking hour. I don't know what the fuck she thought it was, bruh.
and
Get the
she'll
fuck
still
out of my
complain.
face, nigga.
And she'll still complain too, yo. She'd be like, it took this much. Man, anybody have time for this shit, man? Like,
This is the fact, bro. Like, I didn't remember what the fuck happened. That was 10 years ago, my
it's a
nigga.
long time ago.
Look, I'm a stand up nigga, dog. If you came to me and was like, yo, hey, blah blah, remember I let you borrow some bread? I need that bread back, blah blah blah. If she stepped to me like that, I would have gave. I was like, yo, oh, I don't remember that shit. Damn. Oh, I did. I borrowed some money, Marie. I'm a forgetful nigga sometimes. I'm like, you know what? Hey, I got you. I'm gonna shoot you the bread. She didn't do that. She started talking shit to me, but it was like in a nonchalant. She did it in like an offhand way. Oh, I can't trust my family members, and I was like, huh? What the fuck is you on? I was like, oh my god, don't tell me you drunk again. But this is some ongoing shit. This is just this one incident. She did this shit to my wife, to my sister, to my mom. She in beef with everybody in my family, and I'm like, damn, why everybody fucking don't like my sister? So I'm like, this is why nobody don't fuck with you. Something is wrong with you, yo. It's not everybody else, it's your ass. She called me talking shit about all my family members. I'm like,
You should
and I always be
stepsister?
asking her. No, this is my half sister.
Oh, half
She's my
sister. All
sister.
right, gotcha,
We got
gotcha,
the same
gotcha.
mom. Yeah, we got the same mom. So I never viewed her as anything different. She's my fucking sister. But like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my family right now. But this shit's in the fucking disarray. It's like almost non-existent, bro. These motherfuckers. I don't know what the hell happened. But my sister, for some reason, she beefing with my cousins on my dad's side. And they on some shit like, oh, you're not really a part of our family and blah 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 and all the shit. Like, they on some crazy shit, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? I didn't show up to one of my cousin's weddings, for whatever reason. I had, some fucked up circumstances where I couldn't make it. But she told me about all the shit that went on when she was up there, and I'm like, damn, that shit don't sound like she was talking about one of my cousins. And I was like, this is my cousin. This cousin I'm talking about. This is the guy I told you that taught me how to play Street Fighter and shit. Like, I used to look up to this. I still look up to this nigga kind of like a big brother. Because I never had a big brother, but he was like the guy that I wanted to be like. He like my cousin. He taught me how to rap and everything. Like, me listening to certain types of music was because of this nigga. So I look up to him in a big way. She was talking about him, and she was telling me all this dirt about this nigga, and I was like, that don't sound like my cousin James. That don't sound like him. And I was like, it's like whatever. I was like, this is my sister. Let me hear her out. I was like, all right, anybody capable of anything. So I just let her tell her story. I would question her, and she would get mad about my questions. I was like, no, I'm just asking because I don't know. Like, I'm
It
asking
don't
because I don't
sound right.
know.
It ain't
And she
adding
would get
up.
upset when I asked her. I was like, why are you getting mad? I'm asking you questions about this shit. Because I'm telling you, and I'm your brother. She got this fake ass. Let me stop picking on my sister, bro. Because she got this. She from the Virgin Islands, right? But she
Mhm.
hasn't been in the Virgin Islands since she was a little kid. So I know that the accent that she got is fake. Because I grew up with her. She didn't have that accent when we was little kids. Somehow she got an island accent all of a sudden.
She got that Rihanna accent out of nowhere.
Yeah, fat. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here with this shit, man. Like, nigga, you Americanized as fuck. Don't come at me with this fucking fake ass accent, bro. I know you, nigga. I grew up with your ass. This
That
motherfucker got
shit
an accent all
weird.
of a sudden. They're like, you visited Virgin Islands twice, nigga. Like, you got an accent. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, bro. She be doing that shit. I'm like, no, you don't talk like that. She be hanging around a lot of
Put it
Jamaicans and
back.
shit, dog. I'm like, your accent all fucked up.
Put it back.
You don't sound like you from the Virgin Islands. You sound like a fake Jamaican and shit. Nah, but let me stop picking on her, dog. But she really got some issues, man. That she need to go get checked, man. I told her that. I told her that in a fucked up way, and she called me judgmental and all that. I was like, judgmental. So I never judge you. I had that conversation with Kim. Kim was like, "Hey, you is judgmental." I was, how the fuck am I judgmental? She's like, "Oh well, it was that one time. This was when I was heavy into politics and shit. I told my sister that she don't pay attention to politics. All she do is watch reality TV, and she took that shit to heart. But I
Probably
was
because
doing
it's
nothing
true.
but telling the truth. It was the truth. But by me having that conversation, she started looking into politics more. The funny thing is, I don't care about politics anymore. Like I don't even check for that shit no more. I don't care about that shit. I be in my own little world. Nigga. I go to work and I pay my bills. That's all I care about, nigga. And I play video games sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's it, nigga. I don't care about that shit no more. That shit used to rule my world, nigga. Like that's the only thing I used to care about. That and fighting games, nigga. Like that was it. But I don't even check for that shit no more. But now she's like big into it. I guess she be trying to get into political stances. I'm like, I don't care about that shit. I guess that's like something that she's holding on to because she want to have that conversation again. Like, oh, I know this, I know that now, I know this now.
Oh, she would
I was like, oh, I don't
have.
care about that.
So she held a grudge the whole time.
I think she been holding a grudge on that shit for sure. Because she brought it up to my wife Kim. She brought it up to her one of these days. She was drunk. She called her and she was like, "Oh, he's very judgmental," and she brought that shit up about when I said that she only watched reality TV and she don't know what the fuck is going on in the world.
Yo, I mean, that's how it is, man. Like I said, she pissed me off like my sister, right? She
Mm-hmm.
got mad about. I showed her a fucking clip of Joe Biden, right,
Mm-hmm.
talking to the air,
Might be a way out of this room.
and I was like, bro, like, what's going on with this dude? She gonna say I don't want to talk about no politics, and you know what? I'll vote for him again over Trump. I was like, what are you talking? I didn't mention Trump. I don't want to talk about it. I was like, okay, so that was strike number one, right?
Yeah.
This same sister, right? Same sister that she told me you can come over here if you sick, it's up to you or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. But I came over there, she looking at me like, damn, you know what I mean? Just the stupid ass logic, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I mentioned to her, right? She just found out that Mom Dukes has a what do you call it? Has a preference in kids. You know what I mean? She has a favorite,
Oh shit. Okay.
two favorites. She had 8 children, right? Her first kid, which is my mom, she passed away. I've already told you. But the
Mm-hmm.
second one, right? She was in charge of the house. You know what I'm saying? And like some of and her siblings. But she also feels like her childhood was robbed from her because she had to babysit her kid or her sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So she hold that against Mom Dukes. The youngest one, this is back when my mom was on drugs and shit like that. Um, she turned up, you know what I mean? She was having sex when she was 13, 14 years old and shit like that, you know what I mean? And she ended up getting
Mm-hmm.
pregnant, had a kid. All right, cool, whatever. She goes ahead, and now my mom, after she got off the drugs, she felt guilty about her running amok. So the oldest that's alive and the youngest is what she has a preference in because they both made her feel guilty.
Mm-hmm.
So when my other sister came over there to just to visit her or whatever the case is, they're all beefing. She realized during the conversation that she was like, she just constantly was talking about how much they suffered and stuff like that. She was like, yo, now I understand that you have a preference. And she was like, I don't have a preference, whatever. So anyway, I was telling her, I was like, you gotta understand what I don't give a fuck about whatever. I don't care about it. I have no sympathy. I was like, I understand what you're saying. I'm just letting you know why she's doing it. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. She kept talking over me, right? And I was just like, I'll just call you back. So I hung up. I didn't even wait for her to say okay or anything like that. So I haven't talked to her in a couple of days, and she felt like you getting upset for no reason, yo. I was like, don't forget, man. Moms have a fucking mental issue. Or she has mental issues. You
Mm-hmm.
can't really hold it against her. She ain't the same person as she used to be. But she's like, she want to be emotional and shit. I don't care. I don't care what she has. She treat me like shit. And I'm like, bro, like you taking that shit too fucking serious, yo. You know that she had mental issues. Like, relax. But that's basically what it is, man. Like when I had the conversation with her or whatever the case is, she she um she just I don't know, man. She just her logic is fucked up, man. A lot of times my sister's logic is about her, me, and it comes and she forgets that I can see through that shit. And
Hmm.
I'll call it out whenever she gets a chance. You know, family issues are family issues, man. That shit ridiculous. You know,
Yeah.
it's
This shit.
crazy.
I don't know, man. My shit crazy, bro. Because that's why I be like, my family be like, why I'm like all standoffish and shit. And I don't know. I think I subconsciously close myself off to people because I don't want to deal with other people's shit. It's a selfish thing, but it brings me peace. You know what I'm saying? So that
Right,
I think that's exactly what the fuck I did. But I ain't as close to my family as I used to be, and people be like, oh, where this nigga at? Where this nigga at? Where this nigga at? Like type shit. To the point where like niggas just stop asking about where this nigga at type shit. You know what I'm saying? But like niggas, it ain't like they niggas really care because they would have called me because everybody got my number. They'll
right.
hit me off.
That
It's like it
confirms
ain't.
what
It's
you
really
know what I
just
mean.
exactly. So it's like they want to act like they care for appearances. It ain't really because they care. You know what I'm saying? Like the same motherfuckers that be asking where I'm at. Oh, you haven't called. I'm like, okay, so if that was a concern for you, why haven't you called? You got my number. You can check to see if I
Whoa,
was okay or nothing.
why you doing tit for tat? No, I'm not. I'm
No, I'm
just
just like, oh, I was
calling
like,
how
you
you
haven't
see it.
called either. I don't have no. The thing, the difference is, I don't have a grudge against you. You doing your own thing. I'm doing my own thing. It ain't like I got a grudge against you. It's like I see you when I see you. We fam. Ain't nothing changed. It's like nigga, I just like I haven't checked on you and you haven't checked on me. But we grown ass people doing our own shit. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, but for you to say every time I talk to you, you bring up some shit like that in a conversation, like nigga, okay, you haven't called me either. Like what the fuck? It
I
ain't like
know.
I haven't called you because you haven't called me. It's just that I'm just doing my own shit. Probably the same reason you haven't called me. That's what I assumed it was. But it's obviously something else. Since you bringing it up, you know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
No, you haven't called me. You're like, well, I'm
But
not calling you because
I
I got
noticed
beef with you. I haven't called you because I'm just doing my own shit. That's all.
I noticed this happens with a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? Where they feel like they can treat you like shit, right? And then when you do the same action to them, then they feel salty about it. You ever peep that?
Hmm. I seen that with people just in general. I don't know if it's black people though.
I don't know.
I had
Maybe
that
I hang
experience with
around with so many.
humans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I ain't around with a lot of
humans
black
are the
people,
problem,
so
bro. Yeah, I get
By yourself?
humans act shitty, bro. They just act shitty, bro. I don't know if it's necessarily a black thing, but I don't know. You probably right. I don't know.
my sister she kept saying that. Oh, you have a problem with black women and stuff like that. I was like, most of the fucking women I dated was black. What the fuck are you talking about?
I might want to take one more look around in case there's anything useful.
That's one of the reasons why I hold them more critical than any other race. You know what I mean? She'll say about crazy shit like that. But no, that's what I've noticed too. One of my coworkers, he was a black dude, right? And we were cool and shit like that. But on his shit, the same fucking situation. You know what I mean? You don't hit me up, I won't hit you up. You know what I mean? It ain't even like a tit for tat thing. Like whatever, if you don't put no effort in, I ain't gonna put no effort in. That's just how it is.
My whole thing is like, all right. One of my homeboys hit me up, right? This nigga, I wouldn't even say he used to be my best friend. I still consider him my best friend. We just doing different shit. That's all it is. Sometimes people grow apart, whatever the fuck. So this nigga hit me up. Oh, you haven't called me. Blah blah blah. I was like, bro, you haven't like reached out to me either, though. Like you got my number, though. Like if it was something, and the last time I talked to him, I told him what I was going through, right? He brushed it off like I was just, oh, it's okay, nigga, you just tripping. Like, and I told him what the problem was, right? And he brushed it off. I said, okay. So since he felt that, like, why would I come to you, bro? If I tell you, like, you ask me for this information, you try to figure out what's wrong. I tell you what's wrong, and you like, oh, nigga, you alright, nigga, you tripping, Lord. That's it. He just brushed the shit off. I said, okay. Like nigga, I can't talk to you, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what's the
Yeah.
fucking what's I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck you want from me, nigga. Like I told you what the fuck I'm going through, right? Or what the situation was. But this nigga's like, oh, you alright, nigga, you tripping, nigga. You be alright, nigga. You good, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, alright, nigga. All right, yeah, I guess, yeah. So I guess you want me to be that nigga that you know what I'm saying? Like if that's what it is, if I'm telling you I got my space for a certain reason, because I wanna be in a certain way. I need to stay away from certain shit. And then I tell you what the fuck it is, and you're like, oh, you be alright, nigga. You good. Say, hey, all right, cool. Keep
And the
that.
fun
Let's keep it what it is. Then they like, what the fuck? I can only tell niggas like so much, but like what it is. But you know.
and the funny thing is, something like that happened to me as well. Because it just will sit there and they're, you know what I mean, like they, they really don't give a fuck, right? So the same sister, right? We got into an argument and shit like that, and she tried to express to her sister, our sister, right,
Hmm.
about what you know. If you really, if you really care about somebody, you make the time for them. That's what the thing is. And
Right.
she was saying that mom feel like she don't really, you know, care about me like that. And then she goes ahead and she was just like, you know what I'm saying? That's what she ended up saying. She hit her with that punchline, like, you know, if you really care about someone, because she like the older sister, her name is Monique. Um, she doesn't care about the family. She has a bitter resentment for you know towards the family. She does
Hmm.
not like the family at all for whatever fucking reason. All right, cool, whatever. So instead of her kind of reassuring, you know what I'm saying, that you know I don't think that's what mom feels. She just said okay. I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, she really. I told her, I was like, Monique don't really care about you. She got defensive. I was like, yo, she didn't even try to clear it up or nothing. She know what it is.
Mm.
But like I said, a lot of people in my family are garbage anyway. Like, and I'm not saying that lightly. They really are, and it's not a pissing contest either. Everyone has their fucking family issues or whatever the case is. But like,
Hmm.
I already told you, I had pneumonia and shit. Like, they almost died in my fucking house. Ain't nobody no one checked up. No one. Like, not even friends, regular friends. They ain't even fucking checked out. I could have been rotting in my fucking apartment. Nobody would have known because every time I talk to somebody, it's 6 to 12 months later.
Wow. Yeah, that's what it. That's what it be like when my family like. I had a cousin that he used to hit me up all the time, and I used to hit him up all the time. But like the same cousin I told you about, he don't check for me at all. I don't know if it's to do with this shit, like the beef that my sister got with them or what. But I feel like they've been distant, and I was like, man, is it this the reason why they not fucking with me no more? Because like I know my name came up in the shit for me not showing up, but she was there. So I don't know if these niggas holding resentment for me because what the fuck happened with me not showing up to the wedding or something. I don't know. I never had that conversation with them, so it's just shit in my head at this point. But that shit that she was telling me where she was like beefing, she almost got in a fight with one of my cousins. I'm like, what the fuck? It got dirty though. These motherfuckers was talking about you not really a family member and shit. Like we all grew up like fucking cousins. Like that's my sister, right? You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter if she half or whatever the fuck, or she not my father's. The person who they're related to isn't like that isn't their spawn. Like it don't matter if that's he brought her up as his child. So for them niggas to bring up some shit like that, like they shouldn't do that shit. That's just wrong. But I'm like, what would make them do that shit? Like, why the fuck are they getting mad? And the reason why she said that the argument started, it didn't make sense to me at all. I was like, huh? That's why I was asking her a question. She was getting pissed off. I was like, oh, this shit don't make no sense. And she was getting mad at me because I was asking questions. She's like, you just need to take it for what I say. I'm your sister.
No, they don't work that way.
I was like, hell nah, get the fuck out of there with that shit,
No,
bro.
they don't work that way.
I was like, that's like you my sister, I love you, but look, you got your flaws. That don't mean I love you any less. But I'm gonna call you out on your shit, yo. And I wasn't. It was the way I when I was asking these questions, I was just looking for details. I wasn't like telling her, hey, that don't sound right. Oh, you lying. I didn't say nothing like that. I was just asking for reasons. I was like, why would they do that? Like, what? That don't make any sense. I didn't say nothing like that. Wouldn't make any sense. I was like, damn, like he did that. Like, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would ask questions like that. Like, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like ask her what did she do to them or nothing like that. I was like, what happened? Like, how did it get there? Start from the
Yeah,
beginning. You know what I'm saying? She'd get pissed off.
cause I was
But you know.
like, what? Yeah, but you know,
Hmm.
I had to do a palate cleanse anyway when it came, and I was like, bro, like I told you before with the whole Terry thing, man. I knew that dude for 13 years, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do. I'm not gonna tolerate bullshit, yo. That's one thing I won't do. Like, you know what I mean? It's just people be what they are, you know, and motherfuckers don't like changing either. That's what I noticed too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If somebody is blatantly ridiculous and you refuse to change, man, I'm like, man, I guess you ain't we ain't that cool. Cause the shit that you're doing right now, like, is kind of atrocious. Like I said before, man, you worry about getting a chick and shit like that, man. But at the same time, man, you can't even handle it. Right, just regular people and friendships in your family. You're so bitter because you don't have what you want. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You take it out on everybody else. I ain't no punching bag, my dude, and nor am I a therapist. You feel that way, you're gonna have to get yourself some help. But I'm not gonna keep it like that. I'm not gonna be get an attitude or anything. Just what it is. But enough of that. Like, you know, I've met some cool people and shit like that, and that's all I care about at this point in time. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, like I was just talking to my sister earlier. I was like, sometimes things are for a season, man. Like she said,
Yep.
cut that the fuck off.
The only thing you can do is appreciate the time you had, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people grow out of each other, man.
Yep. That's just annoying, though. I ain't gonna lie. Oh yeah, what did you say about this nan night, by the way?
I just saw a video today, and the guy was basically talking about all those issues that you were talking about with the foliage and shit, and that not being able to be applicable to it. He was talking about how it's like the performance is actually better now that they can apply nanite to the foliage. It's better than them using level of detail.
That's gonna
Just
be a
like
new.
the
That's going.
cardboard like cutouts and shit. So he did a demonstration where he had all these trees and he was showing the performance. He was like, okay, this is with using LOD, and he would show like as he shifted the camera from front to back, the level of details making the LOD making changes to the background. Like you'll see the pop in for the new models coming in, the textures and the cardboard cutouts turning into actual 3D models. You would see that. So he was like, okay, now this is us using the 5.1 update using nanite on the same foliage. The not only did the performance go up, it looked a lot better. You could actually see the shadows. It was like the cardboard cutouts that they were using for the trees. It would just be a flat surface, so it would block light. Like light wouldn't pass through it or bounce off it or anything like that. It was just like it looked very nasty, but it made the picture look better. I'm gonna actually send you the before I forget. Let me send it to you now.
Oh, I think I
I'm gonna
seen the
send you the
same
video I was
video.
watching.
I think I seen the same video.
Was it from like a guy, a YouTuber? Because
Mhm.
I saw it from like a random YouTuber. I don't know if it was the same video or not.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm talking about. This
he had
particular
a.
demonstration, I thought it was dope. I was like, I gotta send this nigga this shit. This
No,
is dope as
I
fuck.
I was actually going to send it to you.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, send me the video you were watching. I want to see if that's the same video or not.
let me see if I can find it. Because YouTube suggested it to me.
Probably the same fucking video. I literally just got through watching it.
I was watching it the other day.
21. Do something for me. Post.
I mean, everybody's going to learn from each other. And
It's this dude.
When Sony
My
gets
bad.
a hold of that shit, yo, that's gonna be a fucking rap, man.
This guy name is Unreal Sensei. That's the same video you watch?
I'm gonna try to find it. I'm looking at my history now. I've been
He
looking
actually
at.
has videos where he teach people how to use Unreal, and I was like, man, my bored ass. If I ever get some time, I'll fucking sit there and look at his first video, man. He was like, he literally has videos for free. You don't have to pay him. He teaches you how to use
There it
Unreal
go.
Engine from
Yeah, it is. It
scratch.
has 2.3 million views.
Yeah, it's the same video.
Yep.
Unreal Sensei?
Why Unreal
Why
Engine
Unreal Engine
5.1 is what you
5.1?
do.
Yep, same video. That's what's up.
But
Yep,
the
same
thing is,
video.
you wanna know why level of detail is shitty, other than like visual performance. I mean, visual artifacting and shit like that.
What's up?
when you have when you swap between models, You have to keep those models in memory, which means that
Oh, that makes
that
sense.
eats memory
Yeah,
that you can do for other things. You know what I'm saying?
which makes sense why the fucking performance went up.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
But at the same, it's a catch-22, right? Because you got
Mhm.
that situation going on, but if you allow for just using one like high detail image, it'll eat up performance too.
Mhm.
Either way you look at it, your performance is going to get ate up. You know what I'm saying? So the lesser.
They gotta say it like they gonna get ate up. This nigga horrible.
I can't say nothing wrong, y'all. I'm sick of y'all.
She gonna get ate up. Bro, I'm watching this high level Happy Chaos gameplay, bro, and I haven't scratched the surface, dog.
This dude
This
is
shit is
really
stupid.
he's really. I feel like Guilty Gear has its own complexities. It's just execution ain't it.
Nah, well, Happy Chaos requires
No,
execution.
that
It
one
does.
does. No, that's. I'm not talking about that
So
though. I'm
there's
talking about
exceptions for
generally.
sure.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
generally.
yeah. In
I
general, the
feel like
game does. Yeah.
I feel like the game is it's complicated in its own way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I don't know, man. I'm a fan of it.
Yo, fuck this guy. This guy got Happy Chaos shades, bro. The X's. Fucking troll. He put on
that's
the glasses after he beat the guy.
that's
He took it
badass
back off
though,
to be
right?
respectful.
The art is fucking crazy, yo. The art is crazy, yo.
This motherfucker, bro.
But
When
yeah,
did this happen?
they're all gonna learn from each other, which is gonna be fucking crazy.
That's dope, though. I'm happy to see like those, those incremental fucking,
But but you see
advances
how
they're making.
but you see how like software technology evolves
Hmm.
better than hardware.
That's fucking optimism. I mean, optimization right there.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the little damn. That's crazy, bro. Like literally a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas wasn't thinking about this shit. They did like, oh yeah, what if we do this? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, yeah, we could quite frankly like get rid of LODs.
How are we doing this?
That's
But
fucking crazy, bro.
you want to know what makes it a little bit complicated.
Mm.
Hardware like GPUs, they have a part of the chips
Hmm.
that handles the way that polygons are works. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Right? They're not using
Like you said,
the GPU's chip block of logic to
Hmm.
handle the polygons. They made their own renderer for the polygons,
Right, right.
which has its own. So you have a whole bunch of shit on the GPU, right? That's
Hmm.
not being used because
So
you're not.
CPU heavy.
It requires some of the CPU, yeah, for that.
Mm.
But the losses that you will get, you know what I'm saying? It depends on what you want to do graphically. But here's the thing that's cool about the PS5, right?
Hmm.
The PS5 has the geometry engine that is specific for LOD shit. You know what I mean? And just
Right.
polygon shit that none of the developers are really using right now.
I'm kind of surprised. I don't even know whether or not it's the PlayStation developers using that shit.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't because the games look amazing, and I'm like, damn.
No, because they
Are
look
we
amazing on
seeing the
PS2.
shit already?
I mean PS2. They look amazing
The
on
PS4.
PS4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
we
like
get we,
another thing is I haven't been able to see PlayStation 4. I don't. You probably have done that shit because you be doing shit like that. But I haven't gone back and played PlayStation 4 versions of games on PS5 and then there's other things like Ratchet and Clank. There's no PlayStation 4 version of that game, so I compare it to that.
this is why I'm not really worried about it because the type of leap that we're going to get just for computer and consoles, like consoles obviously ain't going to do no CPU. I mean, no fucking PC shit. But you'd be
Hmm.
surprised at what these consoles are going to be able to do. Like I sent that shit to Jeremy, right? Actually, I'm gonna send this shit to you. Where is it, Jeremy? The mesh shaders that they have in there, right?
Hmm.
They said the GPU uses primitive shaders to address the GPU, right? So what Okay, here we go. The geometry engine's function is a part of custom elements of the RDNA tool. Someone said that the PS5 geometry engine, though, is a double-edged sword. As to my understanding, squeezing the most out of the console will be smartly using the geometry engine on the PS5. They said that damn it, I can't do shit. Can I fucking...
Happy Thanksgiving, GK.
I just logged into your screen and the motherfucker just shot your ass. He just shot your ass with some lasers, bruh. He's just chilling there like, what you think this is? Huh?
That's okay. I got
You
something
thought it was
for these.
safe out here? You just chilling out here?
Oh, too far. Don't got any fucking foot. Nope. The geometry engine, from my understanding, allows for you to get rid of polygons that you don't
At the
need.
time, right? Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it does it on its own, but if you given like decent instructions, you can have things that are a lot like it can accelerate the stuff that they do with it can accelerate things like nanite. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They doing too fucking much. There we go. There we go.
This sucks. I'm looking forward to this weekend, bro.
I know we got one more fucking day, man.
Yeah.
I'm always off on. You better run, you bitch. I'm always off on fucking Thursday, so I didn't feel anything.
Yeah. You're right. Damn.
You know what I mean?
But you got paid for today, right? Since
I'm
you're off.
I'm sacrificing my being
Oh,
paid
because you're not
today.
showing up on which day aren't you showing up? Aren't you
Wednesday of
sacrificing?
next week.
Oh, okay, got you.
Am I still going right? No, I'm not. Anyways, I was fucking distracted. Basically, the geometry engine and what's his name? Mark Cerny talked about this shit too. See if I can find out what he said. That will explain exactly what the geometry engine will do. Can I forward this over to you? I can share this shit. There we go. Let me see here. Listen to
They got these little USB sticks that just erase everything on your computer.
erase. What you mean?
It just fucking wipes everything on the computer.
What's his purpose?
To wipe everything, like erase shit. For whatever reason you want to just erase it, that's what they do. I'm looking at a video where they're showing like illegal things that you can still obtain over the internet. And it's like going through all these different items, and that's one of them. Wow. They're showing another item where it basically steals the credit card as long as it's like within a certain distance of it. It's fucking shady ass fucking YouTube video right here. I saw a dude with a cool looking wristwatch. That's why I clicked on it. I was like, what the hell? What type of it looked kind of like the build of it looks kind of like something that would be like in a movie from the 1990s or something. Like it's futuristic, but it also looked like somebody actually like handmade almost at the same time. It looked kind of cool, but that's why I clicked on the video.
Hold on. Here we go. This is what I was saying before. Listen to
And what happens
fucking
when its
bitch.
overhead gets 100 times larger? Conceptually, for a GPU, or you can use this new intelligence.
So this is what he says. This is why I'm like, they're not really using it. You know what I mean?
New ground.
Hold on.
This has also added complexity. The boost is truly massive this time around, and some game code just can't handle it. Testing has to be done on a title-by-title basis. Results are excellent, though. We recently took a look at the top 100 PlayStation 4 titles.
Hold on. Okay.
With regards to new features, as I said, our strategy was to try to break new ground, but at the same time not to require use of the new GPU capability.
So they said that they don't require you to use it. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to go do the old shit, you can and stay that
That's
way.
exactly what we're seeing. Like niggas is
And that's what
just
they're doing.
stuck
They're
in their
not.
ways and they don't want to learn this new process. They're
So
not pushing no
he says this
boundaries.
here
For more
too.
than a decade, GPUs have imposed a restriction on game engines. Software handles vertex processing, but for the most part, dedicated hardware is responsible for the triangles and other geometry that the vertices form. That means it's not possible to do even basic optimizations, such as aborting processing of a vertex if all geometry that uses it is off-screen. PlayStation 5 has a new unit called the Geometry Engine, which brings handling of triangles and other primitives under full programmatic control. As a game developer, you're free to ignore its existence and use the PlayStation 5 GPU as if it were no more capable than the PS4 GPU, or you can use this new intelligence in various ways. Simple usage could be performance optimization, such as removing backfaced or off-screen vertices and triangles. More complex usage involves something called primitive shaders, which allow the game to synthesize geometry on the fly as it's being rendered. It's a brand new capability.
So basically, it
Go
can
ahead, because I got something I want to say about the primitive shaders. Go ahead.
because there's primitive shaders for other CPUs, but like these are This is what I want to go back to, because he says this.
And we're expecting almost all.
This is the most important thing that he says.
With regards to new features, as I said,
I'm
our
pausing
strategy
too
was
when
to
I
try
get
to
there.
break new ground, but at the same time not to require use of the new GPU capabilities. For more than a decade, GPUs have imposed a restriction on game engines. Software handles vertex processing, but for the most part, dedicated hardware is responsible for the triangles and other geometry.
That's what I was telling you before. The hardware handles the polygons, right? And you can do software shit, but you know.
Vertices form. That means it's not possible to do even basic optimizations, such as aborting processing of a vertex.
And what he's saying is that if it's based off of the hardware of the GPU, you can't edit it. You know what I mean? You can't really, like, it's hard baked. So it just renders shit. You can't program it. You know what I mean? You can't say, under these circumstances, do whatever the case is. So that's what he's saying. But he said, in this case, we made something that you can program. What they're doing with Unreal Engine 5 is that it's soft. They're using software to render the polygons, right? But then you have a block of hardware that's on the GPU that it's not even utilized. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a waste a little bit, unless you have something like this where it can lean into or accelerate what the Unreal Engine 5 is capable of doing. And no one has used this geometry engine yet. So anyway,
all geometry that uses it is off-screen. PlayStation 5 has a new unit called the Geometry Engine, which brings handling of triangles and other primitives under full programmatic control. As a game developer, you're free to ignore its existence and use the PlayStation 5 GPU as if it were no more capable than the PS4 GPU, or you can...
He said you can use it as if it's no more capable of the PS4, and he keeps mentioning PS4, meaning that these things are like PS4 games, essentially.
Use this new intelligence in various ways.
That's crazy,
Simple
bro.
usage could be performance
So I wonder when this
optimization,
is gonna
such
come into play, dog.
Well, hold on.
removing backfaced or...
So he said performance optimization, meaning that they can remove polygons that you can't see. That's important because the things that you can't see, they can give you visuals on things that you can see, which makes it more rich and more detailed. So if I'm looking at a mountain, I'm not going to render the back of the mountain, you know what I'm saying? And you need to have right, it's not relevant. So I could take all the polygons that will make the back of the mountain and put it in my foreground, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I in a way, I kind of feel like, I don't know. It kind of feels like they're already using it for some games like Horizon. I can see that because that game is fucking super rich.
No, but here's the thing. They're not using it for Horizon because I could show you places where if I move the camera too fast,
you get popping.
You get popping.
Yeah, but I just think that's optimization. I just think they're doing it in a sense, but they're not doing it.
But we've always, but again, like, remember this though. The type of optimization that you see is happening on a PS4. So explain that. You know what I'm saying? It's at a lower
I
detail,
don't
of
know. I
course.
haven't seen the PlayStation 4 version. What if
I
the
did.
PlayStation
I
4
did.
version is running pooping? Well, okay, well
No,
I'll
it's
take
it's
your
at
word for it. I haven't seen
it's
it.
at 30 frames a second. It's not as detailed, obviously, nor is the texture resolution detailed, obviously. But basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's on a smaller scale, doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They're not. I promise you, they're not using it for Horizon. Maybe, and this is what he says too.
Screen vertices and triangles.
So he said you could use it for two ways, right?
GPU, as if it were no more capable.
There's two ways you can
than
use it.
Explorer GPU, or you can use this new intelligence in various ways. Simple usage could be performance optimization, such as removing backfaced or off-screen vertices and triangles. More complex
That's typical shit that you can use it for. But what this important thing is,
usage involves something called primitive shaders, which allow the game to synthesize geometry on the fly as it's being rendered. It's a brand new capability. Using primitive shaders on PlayStation 5 will allow for a broad variety of techniques, including smoothly varying level of detail, addition of procedural detail to close-up objects, and improvements to particle effects and other visual special effects. Another
so what did you want to say about primitives?
No, I was saying, all right. So, damn, I kind of we moved along so much, I forgot what I was gonna say. But it had something to do with the fact that motherfuckers are saying that what's the shaders that the these Xbox niggas was touting? They were saying that
Mesh shaders.
those mesh shaders are supposed to be superior to primitive shaders. Is that correct or is that bullshit?
It's the
Because
same thing.
what he was saying, yeah, and that's what I thought it was. What he's saying is
Different names for it.
at that time, primitive shaders, he said, is a new thing, and that's something that they just developed. But these niggas, I'm hearing people say that mesh shaders are superior to primitive shaders.
No, that's bullshit. They're the same thing, different names, right? So that's why I'm saying no generation is really using it. So what they're trying to do, right? Because the old hardware was so rigid in terms of how. Because remember what they. You remember? I'm sure you've seen this before. When the first Horizon came out, they had that cone vision, and wherever the cone vision was, it would only give you the detail for the cone vision. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? It's rigid in that way where you know what I'm saying, you can't really program it in such a micro level. You just have to say that wherever you see here is where the polygon should be. And out of this view is where it's not going to be. You know what I'm saying? But with these primitive shaders, the system has an algorithm or AI that could tell if it's being shown or not, instead of it being so rigid where they just have a cone vision to dictate what's there, what's not. You know what I'm saying? You can really get into the minutia. Now, with a mesh shader slash primitive shader, primitives are basically polygons. Mesh shaders are polygons too, right? Same difference, right? What is when he said that it can synthesize polygons on the fly? It simply means this, right? You can have a texture, and the texture itself has information on how high the polygon will be or how low the polygon will be. So as you get closer to it, it starts making polygons out of the pixel information. So all you need is a texture, and the engine will be able to draw the extreme details of a polygon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the closer you get, the more polygons it starts to add and grow. You know what I'm saying? And if you back up, it takes away, the things. So it's basically like a hardware version of nanite. I would say nanite is different because nanite, you know what I'm saying? Like you can import whatever you want. Well, I guess it's not really that much different anyway. It's just a new way of doing it. It's basically, no, I take it back.
Yeah, it feel like two different approaches, but they
it's the same outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that one is hardware based, and they actually have silicone to actually do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The other one is like Epic actually had to create, software to do it. So you have a lot of wasted fucking, chipset for no reason that's not being utilized. We haven't scratched the. Why do you say it was interesting? Let me ask you that.
No, it's just I was
The
like
whole thing. But
from what he said, it contrasted what the these motherfuckers or what their this whatever they were saying about the primitive shaders. Like he made it seem like primitive shaders were cutting edge, and these motherfuckers when it came to the mesh shading, they made it seem like that's the new version of the shaders, and that shit is superior to the other one.
no.
So I was like, oh, that's funny, that's interesting, because what Mark Cerny said totally fucking went against what these what everybody else was saying. That had that agenda to push with the mesh shaders. You know, they didn't know what the fuck they was talking about.
The more you look at the road to the PS5, the more he becomes right. Because I remember that shit got mad dislikes. You know what I'm saying? Because no one understood what this
I
fucking
fucking
dude
love
was
that shit.
saying.
I listen to that shit a billion times, and I always find something new every time I listen to that
No,
shit,
no
bro.
one knew what he was saying, and what
Yep.
comes out of this is that people are not using the hardware. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They ain't using this shit, and I've been saying that. You want to know what primitive shaders can do? It's not just for
What's
detail. It's about rendering. They could take two polygons, right? And it starts to subdivide as you get closer to it. So the 2 becomes 4, and 4 becomes 8, and 8 becomes 16, and so forth and so on as you get closer,
nice? That sounds
right?
like something similar that what you call it, doing with Nanite.
Right.
Yeah,
But
just different approach. Yeah.
the hardware is doing it this time, right? Which means it's a lot quicker. That's number
Mhm.
one, right? But here's the thing, right? Instead of me have to keep all of these different models in the memory, I have more memory because now I don't need to keep level of detail. It's switching it for me. You know what I'm saying? So more memory is allotted to me. And ray tracing, for instance, right? Ray tracing is memory intensive. All of those billions of traces that it does, the system has to keep that in memory. So if I don't have that much memory, that means that I can't draw that many things. I mean, I can't trace that many rays. But
Right.
the more memory I have, the better it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not that these systems can't do it, they're memory limited. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the issues. So the more memory you have when you use primitive shaders, I don't need to keep 4 different models of Aloy within memory. You know what I'm saying? All I need to
Right.
do is keep one,
Hyphen free girls in UC
right?
Red Heart.
And it could just add the
Hyphen free girls
detail
in U
or
City
take it
Heart.
away depending on where I am, and it does it
Hyphen free
on
girls in U City.
what the fuck is this shit? It's just annoying. You know what I'm saying? So like it can take away or add wherever I'm at proximity wise, right? But it also, so number one, right? It makes ray tracing performance easier. You know what I'm saying? Or it makes it more possible, like more competent, right? Number two, it makes the environments around me more detailed, right? Because I don't need to think because I can program the objects that I'm putting into the game world will have this information baked in on how it will subdivide the polygons. You know what I'm saying? All of it is inside the memory. Cool. Or inside this object that I'm putting in the world, and it can subdivide or add or whatever the case is. More detailed environments. And then the third thing is my frame rate will be better because I'm not wasting memory and I'm not wasting a whole bunch of polygons that I don't see anyway. That coupled with the fact that Sony has extremely fast, what do you call it, SSD.
Mhm.
Whatever I see on the screen is the only thing that I need to render, and the rest of it I could just take out of memory altogether anyway. So the way that the way that they created this system is based off of efficiency. If you know what I'm saying, if you really program the system or a game towards the system and what it could do, you're gonna have a really nice looking game that's gonna be extremely performant. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny though, bro? Because if these motherfuckers aren't using the geometry engine, which your theory sounds fucking like spot on. I believe it could be that they're using it, and it could be that they're not. But I think it's more so that they're not, just based off of what Mark's saying and shit. The funny shit is how much better that just makes it even crazier that the difference between Sony's games and these third party motherfuckers, bro. Cause they're not even doing anything that they're not doing. They just better at what they're doing. It's crazy. They're not using something
Really?
that's not being adopted. They just fucking better at it.
They're good. They better at
That's fucking crazy
programming.
to me, bro. That they not even using the geometry engine and they shitting on everybody, bro. Their
It
games are
just
performing better. Their games are looking better. All at the same time. Better. Everything's just better, bro. The quality is fucking superior.
and realize this too. If they are using the geometry engine, is not to they don't know like it's new for developers in general.
Right.
So they're not gonna know how to utilize it. You remember he said there's two phases of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The first
Mhm.
phase is like you can use it to optimize, remove polygons that are not there.
Mhm.
The second phase is for it to literally grow the polygons as you get walk close to it. It adds or subtracts depending on its proximity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's some high. That's advanced level shit. When they get to that, I know they ain't doing that because you can tell that they're not doing that. We still have level of detail issues, to this
Right.
day. So you clearly know they ain't using it for that one when it's possible.
Well, I know for sure that what you call it isn't doing it. The third party isn't doing it, but the way that's fucking God of War look and even Horizon look, bro, those fucking I didn't see any level of detail issues with those games. I've seen some
No,
weird shit where where characters don't load in right or something. That could just be some programming issues, or whatever. But I definitely the level of details that I've been seeing. Oh my god, bro, it's just retarded, bro. It looks fucking amazing. They do an amazing job, bro. Where they
that's what
can
I'm
blur the
saying.
line, because
Like
I'd be like, damn.
that's
I'm like,
Spider-Man
bro, are
2.
they doing? Is that it? You said what about Spider-Man
That
2?
that's Spider-Man. We want to get some. As
Mm-hmm.
we had this conversation before. What makes a next
Mm-hmm.
generation game, right? You remember how you talked about
Mm-hmm.
Gran Turismo? You was like, I don't. It doesn't look next generation. I concur, right? I I
Mm-hmm.
I, I sincerely concur that it doesn't look next generation. I get
It
it.
looked great. It looked
It looks
great.
great,
Just
but again, you still the lighting is like bar none, but the detail is the issue. I'm using Gran Turismo as a perfect
right.
example, right?
Ponies.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the actual like road, they're going to be able to render cracks in the fucking road that's not texture with this geometry
Mm-hmm.
engine. It's going to be actual geometry. And when you zoom out, they can start taking away those polygons. The system would be able to take away the polygons, and the programmer doesn't have to do any of that shit. I don't need more versions of it and swapping them out. It'll just do it for me, which means that the engine is going to perform quicker because I'm not managing all these polygons. I can set it to 10,000 polygons per frame, and it will always be 10,000 polygons per frame. It'll never be
Mm-hmm.
over budget. You know what I'm saying? It'll never be over budget because the system is going to remove or add the polygons depending on what I'm looking at and what is needed and how close I am. What level of detail I may fall into an area, right? And it may add polygons and make it over budget, which would drop the frame rate or make it unstable. With this mesh shading shit, there will never be a over budget because the system will always add the polygons wherever I need it. That's what's so important about this shit. No developer for PC or PlayStation or Xbox has done the paradigm is different. And on top of it, right? I'm able to use this SSD like fucking RAM.
Mm-hmm.
So if the system needs memory for something, it'll just pull from the SSD and quickly. So quick, in fact, because he said this too. So quick, in fact, that it's a matter of turning the character around. That's how quick it is.
Right.
All of those things in conjunction will create such a detailed environment per frame. It's going to give you that next generation look. What makes next generation is the amount of detail. No more blocky shit. You know what I mean? No more blocky shit. No more frame rate issues. You're going to get frames that are going to be so fucking stable at 60. That's why I said when people, and this is what I don't like about Digital Foundry, is that it's like they are supposed to know about this shit, but yet they don't talk about it. This fucking Alex Battaglia is this dude consistently compares the PlayStation with PC. We all
Right.
like. I don't understand what his motive is.
So all right. So this is this shit's funny, bro. All right. So check this out, right? Knowing this, right? All this great technology that Sony put on the PlayStation 5, right? And I've been waiting for these games. And this is when I met you, dog. My problem was that they were bringing these games to PC, right? Since then, I'm like, whatever, bro. The fuck y'all gonna do what the fuck y'all gonna do, right? I can't stop them. Them niggas is a major corporation, though. I'm just some fucking guy that plays video games, right? So whatever. So I'm embracing it. But my thing is, right? They talk about they have all this technology and shit, right? And from what it sounds like, the shit that they're doing, it wouldn't make sense to have this shit on multiple platforms. If those are the type of games that you really want to make, and you put this type of technology into the hardware, if you really wanted to make those games, you wouldn't put those games on PC. Because the lowest level fucking PC, you're gonna be trying to gear towards it, or at least a mid range PC for your games to work. We've seen their requirement stats for these games that they've been porting over. Like if that really was their goal to make these type of games, that's what pisses me off about the shit. At the same time, it's like, okay, yeah, y'all niggas gonna go to PC, we can't do shit about it, so fuck it. I'll get your games on PC or wherever the fuck, whatever the case may be. I got the choice. But these motherfuckers, if they really wanted to make these type of games, or we really gonna get those games, how does it make sense that they putting their games on PC now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was looking forward to these games. I'm still kind of looking forward to these games, but at the same time, I'm like, is these niggas really gonna release these games that's gonna use the geometry engine? Because how would that make sense for on PC? How would the geometry engine work on PC games?
Remember, this is not exclusive to PlayStation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Xbox
well, the
has their
geometry engine is right. It's only on. It has that block on the PlayStation.
yeah, but also Xbox has the fucking mesh shaders.
Yeah, they got the mesh shaders.
Right,
Yeah.
so the technology is similar, which means that you can port the technology over from one hardware to the other. Now, here's the funny thing, right?
Mhm.
Primitive shaders, right? Mesh shaders, all of that existed like 10 years ago on PC.
Mm.
Nobody used it because it was running on the lowest common denominator, which was consoles.
Mm.
That's the thing that's funny.
All right, okay. So that's what's up. That's news to me that shit, this type of technology is already
You
available,
want you want to
and
know
the
what something
PC
that's
devs just
interesting?
don't fucking use the shit.
I can show you right now. Actually, or you still on your PlayStation, right? I can show you what
I
tessellation
am.
look like.
Yeah, I'm on PlayStation now.
Hold
I'm
on,
on
hold
YouTube,
on.
but
Hold on, let me run to this area. How long
I'm
how long you
actually
got?
watching a 8K video of Horizon Zero Dawn. Motherfucker using the 4090.
How long you got?
It's
How
only
long
in
you got on the
4K. I probably got like another 10 minutes. I need to take my ass to sleep.
Oh yeah. So this is perfect because like after I play Horizon, this technology actually was in the PS2. And it was done. Naughty Dog's one of the first developers to actually use what they call tessellation, and
Hmm.
it's one of the reasons why Jack and Dexter and Ratchet and Clank, which used the same engine, ran so fucking well because of this technology. That's why I'm like a lot of these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They had to do it software, but the PlayStation 2 had the capability of manipulating polygons or primitives is what they call it, right?
Hmm.
It always had the ability to do that, which was great. You know what I'm saying? No one used that for the PS2 though. Not regular developers. And that technology existed on Nvidia's cards too. They call it tessellation, but it's tessellation, mesh shaders, all that shit is the same thing. It's just that it's become a lot more viable now because now they have a more intricate language to help it dictate where to make the polygons grow and where to take away from. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
say grow because that's what it looks like it's doing. It looks like it's growing the polygons as you get close to it. So I just need to get to my destination. I'll show you exactly in the game. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Who's your girl? Who's your wife talking to?
I have no fucking idea. That lady crazy.
She getting in it. She like,
She in the bathroom taking a shower, bro. She talking to herself, singing, and all types of crazy shit.
well, she probably what do you call it? Rapping or whatever.
I just hear music playing. She get crazy. Shut up, Kim. Making too much noise.
That remind me of my fucking sister.
Bro, I'm looking at this. Fuck. I know she gonna make you mad, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
No, say it.
I'm just looking at this Horizon video. This dude supposedly using the 4090. Okay, oh, this is ray tracing. No wonder. Oh, god damn.
They can't put ray tracing in the game. It's not built in.
On the PC version, there's no ray tracing.
No,
It says ray tracing on the video.
it's a lie. Mm-hmm.
Well, what about mods? I've just seen people put ray tracing on games. It's not.
The problem is they got to get rid of the rich. They can do stuff like that on Minecraft. You know what I mean? Because it has such a generic lighted engine. But the stuff that they have in Horizon is artist driven. You know what I mean? It'll break the visuals by just throwing in my.
So
I don't think
this nigga blatantly lying to everybody.
they always they
Views.
nigga
I
they
wouldn't
be
be
saying
surprised.
they be saying
Even
8K yo,
I like one of my videos I uploaded. I said 4K 60. This shit
and it's
uploaded in
not.
1080p for some reason. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And I captured it on the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
You can't do it.
like
There's a way to do it, and it's
if you manually record it, you could get the 4K. But something happened where I didn't put the setting right, and it recorded in 1080p. I was like, fuck. So I'm lying like a bitch. But it's a setting that you could change it to 4K, to 2160p.
all right. I made it to my destination, so all right. Let me go to the saving point.
If you try to capture it in the DVR, it don't work though. It's gonna do it in 1080p every time.
Right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Look, I'll be back to play God of War. The 7 of you that's watching this shit, I want to show some tessellation
Hey,
to
yeah,
my
7
friends.
people in there. God damn.
They were listening. I don't know. They're
There's
trying.